Hey everyone, my name is Chris Lambert, and on this channel we talk Kanye West. And today we're talking Tell the Vision, the song on Pop Smoke's new album Faith that just dropped 2 hours ago. And I mean, okay, so 24 hours ago we were hyping up the fact that we might be getting a Kanye verse on this song because Tell the Vision, as you can see here in the Genius annotation, was originally on the track list for Kanye's album Donda with Child. Last year that was supposed to come out on July 24th, and people were thinking like, oh, okay, so this is a Kanye song, it's gonna have a Kanye verse, the same way that Go to the Moon, I always feel weird saying Go to the Moon, from Whole Lotta Red was essentially like a Kanye song, right? You had this extended Kanye verse, then a little bit of Cardi coming in at the end. I think people thought we might be getting at least something larger from Kanye because it was supposed to be like a song on his album, right? Rather than him just giving a verse to a Pop Smoke song. And there were rumors that Pop Smoke was always on the song and yada, yada, yada. So it drops, and what we get is just like 22, 22 words. 22 words is all that we get from Kanye. You can see that he's here at the very beginning in the intro, and then it goes into this news broadcast talking about the death of Pop Smoke. And then goes into Pop Smoke, which is really heartbreaking because you have him talking about the tragedy of his death and that he was just 20 years old and on the come up. To hear him then saying like, we made it, we made it, we made it, knowing that at this time he was feeling the anticipation of what life had in store for him is just really like emotional. Like it made me tear up hearing it. And then the Pop Smoke verse is great. Like he delivers. I know on posthumous albums, there's a lot of fear that the verse might not be good, that the sound quality might not be great, but this is a legit verse. It sounds great. Like Pop Smoke's chorus is great. And then you get the Pusha T verse, which is also fantastic. And then that's it. So you get a little bit of Kanye at the beginning, and it doesn't even feel like a Kanye produced song, right? It feels like maybe Kanye's production was at the start from whatever demo they had from Tell the Vision, and that Pop Smoke's team kind of took over and made the rest of the song. So you can see Kanye listed as a producer, but we have 5 other people who worked on this, and maybe they were part of the original Tell the Vision, but I'm guessing not. And that this is kind of a combination of whatever Pop Smoke was working on and whatever Kanye had initially had for Tell the Vision, and they just kind of handed it off for this album, and we got what we got. I think the most notable thing from this, I mean, aside from just saying like, I know people are talking about, well, let's look at the Kanye lyrics. So trippin', wildin' on television, which is funny because on West Sub Ever, somebody was like, I guarantee you Kanye's gonna rhyme Tell the Vision with television, which like, yeah. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. It would be criminal not to, you know? So wildin' on television, you could still see a guy tell the vision, which I know people are talking about like, Kanye swore, which, yeah, but he's been swearing in interviews for a while now, so it wasn't that surprising to me to see, though some people are like truly shocked that Kanye swore again on an album, and what's the like meaning of this, what does it mean for like LP10, and are we gonna get Kanye like cursing, is it gonna be explicit, who knows? But television, pimpin' boy, these boys pimpin', different, these boys, which I don't know how we go from like wilding to telling the vision to pimping. I mean, if we had more, we could probably piece it together. There's just not a lot here to really start to make anything of this verse, especially in like context to what the rest of the song is doing. I mean, there's at least something with like wilding on television to this TV news report kind of coming through, and then going into the rest of the song, but it just feels something that's like tacked on. And then we have Pusha T saying, look, Tyler got the album of the year for now, which feels kind of innocuous at first, right? It's just like, Tyler the Creator's album was great. It's the album of the year for now, but like he goes on to say, but Pop about to drop. So like this Pop Smoke album is going to be the album of the year, which, you know, he's hyping up the album he's on. He's hyping up Pop Smoke's album. I don't think there's anything necessarily like dissing or like confrontational about that. And then now Push about to drop, and also just saying like, my album's gonna be great. It just kind of feels like rapper braggadocio, right? Like Pusha T's album is great, like, or Tyler the Creator's album is great. Let's give him some shine, but like, we're coming through now with our stuff, and like we're gonna be better. I don't see how like anybody could really be mad that somebody's hyping up their own work and project. And it does still feel like, yeah, Tyler's got the album of the year. His album was good. But what people are going to focus on is the crown is only for the king. They trying to place it on a clown. I think people are really going to read that as like, this is a Tyler the Creator diss. And like, he just called Tyler a clown. And I mean, you could start to see why people would say that. Tyler has been provocative throughout his career. My corgi wants my attention. Has been provocative throughout his career and is a character in his own right. Like, he is, I think, would admit to being goofy. So, but calling him a clown is very aggressive from Pusha. But also, if he's saying like Tyler got the album of the year for now, I don't know why he would then say like people are trying to like put a crown on a clown. Like, he's admitting that Tyler's album is good. So it just feels like maybe an unintentional connection. Like, because he mentioned Tyler up here, people are reading this as like Tyler related down here. I just don't know why he would insult Tyler. It feels like a really weird beef to pick, where like Drake and Pusha had a little bit of like history going on between them. I don't possibly know what Tyler could have done to upset Pusha T to this degree. So my expectation is that this is Pusha like writing something and then being like, oh no, that's not what I meant by this line. Otherwise, we might see some kind of feud between Tyler and Pusha T, which is not something I ever expected. But I imagine he's going to say something at some point, right? Would he address this? Would he not address this? I just don't think it will necessarily be as big of a deal as it might seem on first listen. And hopefully he's not dissing Tyler. I just don't see what that would accomplish. Anyway, I like the song. I think it's good. And I guess that's all that I got. I'm going to go pay attention to this dog because he's very desperate for attention. So thanks for watching. Until next time, stay wavy and keep it loopy. Yeah, look at that. Hey, Arch. All right, see you, everyone.